Welcome to Driver 38 Knives. Thank y'all for clicking in. I got a big treat for you today. I got the Fat Boy Harley of Case Knives to look at. A 2022 Panama Jack Trapper in the smooth curly maple purple. We'll be looking at it in just a second with a lot of close-ups talking about it. But first I want to break the routine a little bit. I want to tell you how I got this knife up front instead on the back end. I got this knife in a trade with Terry's Knives and Man Stuff. He'll probably be showing his end of the trade in the coming videos if y'all want to check it out. If y'all not watching his channel, y'all need to be checking it out because he's one of the biggest names in traditional pocket knives. But me and Terry, we entered into some very intense, tough negotiations, and lasted all of about 45 seconds. Yeah, if we was from the north and talked fast like some of you guys, it would have been 20 seconds. Terry said that I told him what I had, and Terry said he had a curly maple Panama. He didn't even get maw out of his mouth, and I was saying, deal, we got a deal, and that's the way that went. So y'all stay tuned. We're gonna look at it up close. Okay, let's get to looking at this knife here. All right, this is a big hoss here. It is said to be 4.5. It's actually 4 5/8. It has two 3.5-inch blades on it. Here it is compared to a regular size trapper. A lot bigger. Actually is the same width, a lot bigger and a lot longer. Here it is compared to a Camillus number 10, which was the big Remington jumbos also. A little bit longer. Actually, the Camillus is a lot wider, a lot thicker. Wider wise, the Panama is wider. Okay, let's look at it up close here. There we go. It has the smooth curly maple purple scale with the fish shield, Itzkus shield, Jesus shield, what some people call it. That's what I'm going to call it, Jesus shield, and I feel good about having that in my pocket. That say it looks purple, but man, it looks black to me. But I like that. I like black and chrome muscle cars. I like black and chrome trucks. I like black and stainless firearms. So I'm digging this black and chrome. Has pinch bolsters right here. It has a big cap bolster on this end. You can actually see the wood grain in here. Y'all see it right there? It looks like waves. Yeah. That's nice. I like that. Got a little gap right there on the back spring between it and the liner. That ain't no problem. Don't bother me at all. Okay, right here with the blades closed, you can see that there's a big swedge on both sides. On the secondary, there's a swedge on both sides on the primary, but it's not as long. Both blades well centered, and both blades are at the same length. All right. Let's open the blade here and look at it. It has a half stop, which is very unusual for a knife this size. Most of the half stops on a case are smaller knives, but this one has one. Has a big clip with a swedge on both sides, like we said. The ricasso comes out with like a little point right there. It's real neat lines on it right there. It's got an awesome tip on the blade, very pointy. And this knife right here was sharp when I got it, and I put it 3 or 4 times each side on my ceramic sticks, and it is absolutely a razor now. It's one of the sharpest knives I've got, if not the sharpest. Both blades. Okay, let's look at the compared to a regular trapper, the Panama blade dwarfs it. Plus, the design is a little bit different. See where the nail neck's at, and the swedge and the ricasso. Okay. Let's check the secondary out. Half stop. There's a big blade. Actually, it reminds me of a folding butcher knife. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me, a folding butcher knife. Big spade blade. Let's compare that to the Camillus. The Camillus is a lot wider, more blunter on the tip. The Camillus is very thick stock all the way to the end, and this has a swedge starting right here and goes down to thin out the blade. Regular trapper, of course, a regular trapper is going to be straight edge all the way to the end, and then a swoop up with a blunt tip, fairly blunt. It also keeps the same stock all the way to the end, which this does not. I think they swedge these down a couple reasons. One, to keep the weight down, the other to make it look better, give it some lines. Okay, right here's the model number, TB 72546 stainless steel. The TB stands for Tony Bose Collaboration, and if you're toting this knife, it also stands for testosterone booster. Cause trust me, you get a boost in your step toting a knife like this. So it's a testosterone booster for sure. All right. Nice knife, nice knife. Okay, here's the box that come in. You need the numbers off of it to maybe look you up one for yourself. And we'll talk about that in just a second. I got a little thing I need to talk to you about. This is a 2022 32122 curly smooth maple. Okay, like I said before, I got this knife on a trade from Terry's Knives and Man Stuff. Y'all need to be watching him. He's one of the biggest names introducing pocket knives. He got a great channel. Very nice man. The trade I give him, I expect him to be showing it any time on his channel. I'll let him tell that story. Okay, I usually try to tell some history on some knives, but I couldn't dig up much on this. I know they was around 2012 because the furthest back I could find one for sale on All About Pocket Knives, they were some sold that were 2012 models. So they were making them at least back then. They made a Tony Bose, what they called a back pocket, and it was a one blade, a clip. It had a bare head, no cap on the end, with a hole for a lanyard cord. It was a 546 pattern number. Okay, this is the same pattern number, 546. It's just a 2-blade with a cap bolster. It's same as the back pocket, except 2-blade with a cap bolster. that's about all I could come up with. Other than it was a collaboration with Tony Bose. They don't make them very much. They only put one out every now and then in a pattern. They put this one out on the Iscus Jesus Shield purple maple. They also put one out with a I believe it had a bullet shield, I'm not sure, but it was the antique Rogers jig bone. They put one of them out not long ago. If you can still find one of them for sale, you might still find one of them for sale. Oh yeah, if you're interested in getting a knife like this, I got a few things I need to tell you. You need to be figuring out how you're gonna carry this thing. Front pocket, back pocket, overall chest pocket. You need to be figuring out how you're gonna tote it, because let me show you something. Right here's a case, medium sheath that Case sells. Okay. Now, right here's the regular trapper. It's made to fit that. That's what these mediums are made for. All right. This thing, Panama, it'll go in there, but it won't snap. It's too long. Okay, here's the next size up. The Case large sheath. Now this sheath was made for the hammerhead lockback and the folding hunter. So you go in there, it'll snap. But man, it's got a lot of loose play in there. It'd be jiggling around on your hip. And I don't like that. So this knife falls in between the medium and the large on the Case knife slip. So we're gonna have to go to something different. Okay. Fortunately for me, I got this thing already. I got it off of Amazon. I haul my hammerhead, and I haul a buck 110 in it, like this right here on my hip. And this thing fits exactly in there. I mean, perfect. So this is how I'm gonna be toting this knife, in this sheath right here on my belt. And I'll hang my hand down there on it when I'm feeling a little froggy, like I got my hand on the heel of a 6-shooter like Matt Dillon. But I ain't gonna be scaring nobody with it, you know me. I might get thrown out of the Knife Brotherhood for this, but I'm gonna show it anyway. This right here is the buck sheath I got with my buck custom shop 110. And y'all turn away if you can't wash it. Now I'm gonna put this Case knife in this buck sheath. But look at here, almost perfect. It don't jiggle around. It's right in there. Now, if you ain't too put off about carrying two different brands of knives, a knife sheath and a knife brand different, if you ain't too put off about that right there is gonna be the ticket if you want to carry something other than this. All right, I'll just let you know that it falls between the medium and the large. All right, what else we got on the notepad here? All right, need to end with something positive here, a little message. If your mom and daddy is still alive, I know a lot of y'all old like me and they done gone. If your mom and daddy's still alive, hug them, tell them you love them. Now I know it's awkward. The older you are, the awkward it is, because back in the 70s and 80s when I grew up, you didn't hug your daddy like that. You didn't love on your daddy like that. You just didn't at my house. And I wish I could go back, it'd be different. Hug your mom and daddy and tell them you love them, even if it feels awkward. you go ahead and do it anyway, because someday, when you're like me, when you go to the cemetery and try to hug them and tell them you love them and everything, it's a lot different when they're in the ground. I'm just gonna tell you. Don't leave nothing unsaid. Don't leave nothing unsaid, if you know what I mean. I thank y'all for watching, and pretty good knife, pretty good trade. I'm happy with it. I think Terry's happy with it. So I'll see y'all next time.